Alright, I just wanted to talk about something that's been on my mind recently because I've been at home, absolute nothing to do, and I get a bit bored and I just start thinking and thinking and thinking. And I've been thinking about Mega Wolves, and I've been trying to work out if Mega Wolves has a future. I'm spending so much time playing Mega Wolves recently that it would be nice to know that in the future, Mega Wolves actually blew up again. It grew into what it used to be. And I just wanted to talk a bit about my views on Mega Wolves and if I ever think it's actually going to come back to what it was, if it will ever have a nice healthy player base again, where every game is 100 players, it has 1,500 people playing at one time and all that. And I think the first thing to talk about is Phase 2. And Phase 2 has been promised to us for such a long time now, and people really got their hopes up when there were first talks of this new Mega Wolves update, the Phase 1, 2, 3. I think there was a Phase 4. I can't remember. It's that long ago. And this was almost, I think it was about a year ago now, that this first started circulating. And since then, in that year, since they started talking about this update, all we have got is a few quality of life updates. And I think that's just quite sad, to be honest. If you're looking at Mega Wolves as a game, and you're looking at the community and the player base, to think about the fact it has only received such a small update is really sad, and it's a reason that a lot of people have stopped playing Mega Wolves and don't want to come back to Mega Wolves. But at the same time, that does mean that when Phase 2 finally comes out, hopefully it will bring back quite a lot of people. At this point, I don't know if Phase 2 alone is actually big enough to bring back as many people as we would hope it would, because it actually isn't that big of an update. But at this point, when we've had no updates for so long, we're going to take any update that they give us. So it doesn't really matter that there's no new content, it's not a massive update, it's just a few class changes and balancing and so what, but that will still bring back players, I'm confident. The thing I'm not confident about, obviously, is cheating and Watchdog. And Adam Robb specifically has been interviewing a lot of these cheaters recently, and just watching those interviews for a bit, listening to what some of the bigger cheaters have to say, it is quite interesting to hear why they cheat. There is always logic behind it, even if I don't agree with the logic. But that's why they cheat, and they're the extreme end of cheating. They're B-hoppers. Sorry. B-hoppers with loads of ults who are just going to cheat forever because cheating is what they do, it's what they're good at, it's how they have fun. But there's a lot more cheaters than just B-hoppers. There are lots of people who can closet cheat and get away with it for free. And even on these clients that say they have built-in anti-cheats, you can cheat on those. It doesn't stop you cheating, and that's a big problem for Hypixel. And is there a way around that? I mean, people complain that Watchdog needs an update, it needs fixing, it doesn't work. Watchdog bans a lot of people every day, but it only bans the most blatant people, and sometimes it doesn't even ban the most blatant people. But you have to remember how hard it is to code Watchdog, because how do you tell the difference between someone flying around a map and someone using Spider's Leap to fly around a map? Like, one's an ability that's legit and allowed on the server, and one is a hack, but they both have quite similar results actually. And trying to code around that for a server with 90,000 people on without causing massive problems, you gotta imagine, is quite hard. And in that sense, I don't feel that Watchdog will ever be at a point where it can successfully ban the cheaters that we face in Mega Wolves. And because of that, unfortunately, I don't think Mega Wolves on Hypixel will ever have a strong future. Which is sad, because if you think about it, there is no other game out there that is like Mega Wolves. There's no game you join 100 people off the bat, get in a party of 4. Actually, it kind of sounds like I'm describing a battle royale at that point. And that's what I often compare Mega Wolves to. I think it's most similar to a battle royale, because you're in a little team of 4. It's very competitive. It's hard to win. You have to know what you're doing to win. If you don't know what you're doing, you literally stand no chance. So it is like a battle royale. And battle royales are very popular, but in Minecraft they don't really work as well, which is why Mega Walls is so unique, and it's why Hypixel blew up in the first place, because they brought out this nice original game called Mega Walls that was never seen before. And at this point in time, it's got 300 people playing it at once, all these cheaters. This unique game has almost gone to waste, which is why I think when Hytale comes out, they will have a different version of Mega Walls on there, and it's gonna be as good as Mega Walls once was, if not better, because they're gonna have full control over the clients which we're allowed to use, which means that they can build they could literally do what Riot Games have done, build an anti-cheat that is on our computers listening the whole time. It's wrong what Riot have done, but whatever. Hytale can do it as well. And that means that Mega Walls on Hytale actually has a really strong future. It's really promising, which is good. However, I don't think Mega Walls on Hytale will be the same as we all know it. I don't think that there will be classes. Having just looked at the trailer, even though the classes are such a unique part of Mega Walls, it's something that gives the game a steep learning curve, and it's probably a reason a lot of people struggle to get into Mega Walls nowadays who don't already know what they're doing. But at the same time, classes are lovable. They give the game, they give it a face. You see a Dreadlord, you think Mega Walls. You see a Shaman, you think Mega Walls. So they give it a face. They give it a representation outside of the game, which is good. But I don't think they'll bring that to Hytale, because they want Mega Walls on Hytale just to be easier for people to get into. Regardless, Mega Walls on Hytale, I think will have the same structure as Hypixel, but without the classes. Maybe there'll still be classes, but like kits instead, like a Swordman, Archer, and it'll be like a more bare bones Mega Walls that just is more fun for everyone. But at the end of the day, it's just sad to think that I'm uploading all these Mega Walls videos because I really enjoy the game and I want other people to enjoy the game, but people just struggle to enjoy the game at the moment, and it's not going to progress anywhere, and they're going to delay Phase 2 as much as they can because there's no urgency. They're not losing anything. Hypixel aren't losing anything by not releasing Phase 2 right now. They're not going to suddenly... They don't care if they lose the 300 people that play Mega Walls too much, because in the big scheme of things, even though a lot of people buy Mega Walls boosters, there's 30,000 people playing Skyblock, and they're like, oh, I like Hypixel, I'm going to buy a rank, and that Skyblock definitely does make more money overall, even if it doesn't seem that way. I can only imagine it does. And I'm not saying that they're prioritising Skyblock because it's got more people and they're just ditching Mega Walls. It's just Mega Walls it's not going to go anywhere, and they shouldn't really spend their time on it. They should be focusing on Hytale, to be honest. I want to see Hytale released as quick as possible. I just want to start playing Hytale, really. It looks really fun. They're going to have the mini games they have on Hypixel, but better. Maybe they'll bring back like Sky Clash or something. That'd be really cool, because Sky Clash was really cool. I don't know where Sky Clash went, to be honest. It just vanished. Got dead. They haven't removed other dead games from the server, but whatever. But anyway, that's just my thoughts on Mega Walls at the moment, Mega Walls in the future, where I think Mega Walls is going to go, and how I think it's going to develop. So tell me what your thoughts are in the comments. We can discuss. Do you think Mega Walls is going to die out? I don't think it's going to die out. I think that there will always be people to play Mega Walls no matter what, even if it becomes to a point where it goes back to face-off games only, and each team is only cheaters. It will still have people playing. What do you think? Tell me. Thanks for listening.